Hello, this is a different background to all the other videos I've put up so far in my untold story videos. I'm on my computer today. I decided to try it and get back on it. I just did a update on my chronic illness, so if you want to know how all that's going, you can watch that one. But I'm just going to talk about my kind of life story that I'm doing right now. And I just wanted to add this one in because I've watched back. I still have a couple recorded that I've got to upload, and I've just watched them all back. And I just wanted to say a few things, which is in regards to my parents. My mother's relationship with me was very different to anyone else. My mother was a very lovely person, a beautiful person, who always helped people, always helped the community, was always involved in fundraiser things and community. I'm trying to think what it's called. When like the community gets together and deals with things going on in the town and stuff like that, things that need to be fixed or whatever it may be. I can't think what it's called right now. The Parents and Teachers Association, whatever kind of thing you have at your school. Everybody knew her, everybody loved her. When she passed away, it was in the local newspaper, and it was quite a big deal because it was very sad and tragic. My mum was only 45 when she died, and she went through a lot with cancer, and she was very, very well loved by pretty much anybody who met her and knew her. And that's kind of what made it harder, my relationship with her, because it affected me in the way of I always thought, well, what did I do wrong, or what is it about me? Because it just felt like she did not understand me, she did not love me, she did not want to be around me. That's just how it felt for me. And I'm hoping I'm not going to get an interruption because my Ring doorbell just went off. The notification, the emotion, I don't know. So my nose is whistling and it's driving me nuts. I just had to say that. I'm not saying my mother was a bad person at all. She just didn't have a good relationship with me, and she didn't treat me very well or very nicely. Yes, I believe she loved me in her own way. I just didn't feel that. And I feel like I got a lot of her stress, anger, frustration with things that went on in her life. I had it taken out on me. That's how I feel. And I feel like I, got blamed for a lot of things I never did. And as I said, I was a scapegoat. That's how it felt. I remember I got punished physically for so many things that I never did. I just never felt I had a mother-daughter relationship with her at all. It was very different with my siblings. She had a very good relationship with them. Just a little bit of a strained one with one of my brothers, just because he, ran amok a little bit. But with them, she was loving, nurturing, a very good mother. So, I just wanted to add that in. And my parents were born, I'm not going to say times, but around 1940. And it was a hard upbringing for kids then. It was hard for my generation as well, but it was a lot harder for them. And they had very strict upbringings, and a lot of physical punishment, worse than what I had, and it was just a different time. And I do know that her parents were quite strict and discipline and all that in their upbringing, and with my father, it was very he was very what you call old school, and he was raised a certain way, and he had his own things happen throughout his life, and he was very emotionally unavailable. He didn't talk about feelings, he didn't talk about anything really with me. My father could be quite funny, and I did have times where I enjoyed my life, and we had some fun family times. I'm not saying we never did. There was just a lot more bad than there was good, and my father just had a very explosive temper and was very quick to go from 0 to 100, like bang, in 2 seconds, and very strict on a lot of things, table manners, and just so many different old school things. And I know that he loved me and I loved him, but I just didn't feel the father-daughter relationship that you hope to have, or that you should have. In saying that, that was when my parents were alive. I do believe with my spiritual beliefs that they're with me, and I love them both so much, and I understand so much more now, being the healed version of me. And I'm not saying that things were okay, the way that they treated me was okay or it was right, because it wasn't. But I'm just saying that I do understand more now why certain things happened, and people struggle with their own traumas, and sometimes that is just taken out on other people or has a massive impact on their family lives, their relationships, their parenting, their friendships, their whatever. With my older two brothers, I feel like I've never really been close to them. My older brother, my relationship with him has been okay on and off. We just don't really have a lot in common, to be honest, and I just always felt a distance with him when I was growing up, and I felt that, being honest, that he didn't like me. And I have a lot more issues with my other brother, who was, as I said, quite mean and cruel to me and said a lot of things that were not nice. And I honestly felt growing up like he hated me, and that's the truth. And I still don't have a lot to do with him. I've had periods throughout the years as an adult where I've caught up with him at family things and saw him a little bit more. And then I'll have periods where we don't talk at all and it's very distant. But there's just still some things that he needs to deal with, and he has still, as a full-grown adult, said and done some things that's not very nice. So I can't have people like that in my life. It's that simple. So that's all I'm going to say there. As I mentioned with my sister, we're very, very close, and I love her so much, and we both went through a hell of a lot growing up, and we recently went on a trip back to our hometown where we grew up, the small coastal town, and it was amazing, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. But I'm going to leave this one here. I just wanted to add that in before I continue on with the story. Bye.